Here are your words to know.
Words to know.
Well,
Quotient.
and Ethan just reminded us that's the answer to a division problem.
Division. When do you write a 0 in the quotient? Think about this question during the lesson. On vacation, the McQueen family drove a total of 830 miles in 4 days. What is the average number of miles they drove each day? Divide to find the number of miles the McQueen family traveled each day.
So we're taking 830, the total amount of miles, divided by 4, which is how many days they drove.
Why do we divide? We know the trip is composed of 4 smaller parts, about equal in length. Why do you find the average and not the exact number of miles driven each day? The family probably did not drive the same number of miles each day. Find 830 divided by 4. Estimate first. Use compatible numbers.
So they took 830, and a compatible number would be 800 divided by 4. And we know that 4 goes into the 8 2 times with 2 zeros for 200.
Why estimate? You estimate so that you can know about how large the quotient should be.
So we estimated first. Our actual answer, when we divide and we find the actual quotient, should be somewhat close to the number 200.
So the first digit in the quotient is in the hundreds place. Divide the hundreds.
Okay, so first we looked in the hundreds place. We asked ourselves, can 4 go into 8? Yes, it can. How many times? 2 times. 4 times 2 is 8, so we subtract 8 minus 8 to get 0. What's the next step going to be here, Angie?
Bring the 3 and 0.
Not 3 and 0. We don't bring 2 numbers down at a time. Just the 3. We just bring 1 number down at a time. Good job.
In dividing the hundreds, which 2 numbers are divided? When 8 is divided by 4, the quotient is 2. Bring down the 3.
So they brought down the 3 like Angie just told us.
Yeah, remember that, guys. That was a couple people I saw yesterday. Wanted to bring 2 numbers, 2 digits down at a time. 1 digit at a time.
You cannot divide tens. Write 0 in the tens place.
This is where our SWABOT, what we're learning about today, a 0 in the quotient, this is where we see this, guys. 4 does not go into 3, okay? So I put a 0 up here. It goes into 3 0 times. It does not go into 3 because 4 is larger than 3. So I put a 0 up here. And now 4 times 0 equals 0. So my next step will show 4 minus 0.
Why can you not divide the tens? You cannot divide 3 tens into 4 parts, so the quotient is 0. What do you do with the 3 tens you could not divide?
Now they're bringing down the next 0.
Look at them as 31s. Divide by 4. Finish the computation.
Okay, so then they had 30. They asked themselves, 4 goes into 30 how many times? 7 times. 4 times 7 is 28. Minus 28 equals 2. There's nothing else for me to bring down. Now I know I'm finished. 2 is going to be my remainder.
What does the remainder mean?
What is a remainder? Dylan?
The number left over.
Yes, the number that's left over.
If the McQueens drove 207 miles each day for 4 days, they would still be 2 miles short of driving 830 miles. So the McQueens drove about 207 miles each day.
Okay, and our answer, 207, is similar to our original estimate, 200. So we know that we have a good answer here.
207 is reasonable because it is close to our estimate of 200.
And remember, we can always multiply to check our answer. We would take 207 times 4, find our product, and add 2, and then we should get 830.
Now you know how to find the quotient containing zeros.
All right.